It is a very beautiful Wednesday morning. When I say Wednesday is beautiful, it is indeed beautiful. I mean, it is Christmas Eve, the 24th day in the month of December, year 2025. I say a very good morning to everyone out there, and I hope we're getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for all the celebration and all of that. Just be very careful today when you're going out. I'm envisaging that there will be traffic, a lot of traffic today in the city of Ibadan and its environs. Welcome to Break It Down, a paper review on 32 FM 94.9. My name is ADEOLA IBRAHIM, and once again I'm saying happy Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year in advance as well. Welcome to Break It Down paper review. We're live on Facebook. It is 32 FM 949 Fenya. 32 FM 949 thing. You can head on to that platform. You can drop your reaction, share the video, drop your comment, like the video, and most importantly, share that video to reach a quite number of people. You know what we do on the Break It Down paper review? We kickstart with the national dailies, which account the stories that we have, and thereafter move on to the conversation segment. We'll pick a few stories as a hot topic for the morning, and thereafter we get to get your own reaction and get to know what you think about the stories. Without further ado, let's go straight into our national dailies. I'll be kickstarting the morning with the Punch newspaper, and on the Punch this morning is about the budget crisis in the National Assembly. They extend the 2025 fiscal year to the month of March 2026. 2027, India Samwike, a promise to hold the People's Democratic Party for Tinubu, Makinde alleges. 2027, Turaki camp fumes as INEC rejects PDP ESCOs. Measles death toll hit 153 in 11 months. Lagos can generate 1 trillion yearly from property tax, so says Oyedele. Labor tax the state, the local government on insecurity. On nature market traders, they dismiss the claim of 265 million fake drugs in the market. Eboy village accused EEDC of 5-year blackout and business collapse. Akpabio months police escort killed by tanker. 2026 budget. Okpebolo Diri Oyebamiji. The sign, Nasarawa Ondo lawmakers the pastor bill. And away from that, we have Utah travelers trapped. Group want the government to fix the roads in the country. And also insecurity, Plateau Security Outfit. They recruit about 1,450 new operatives in the state. Nasarawa deploys 1,000 teachers to rural schools in the state. Senior leader, they urges vigilance and distribute Christmas gift. I will transform AE Funai into academic excellence, the new vice chancellor, he says. And still on the Punch, we have this one saying Carlo will return to Senate unopposed. The FCC commissioner, he says. Local government deputy chairman, they endorse Alex Oti for second term. Adeleke's defection is attracting more members to Accord Party. The chairman of Accord Party in Osun State says Okonjo-Iweala joins Alex Oti for electric buses rollout in Abia State. San, the joint Benue State governorship race and the plan on sitting Governor Alia. On the Punch newspaper, federal government promote 16,582 prison officials and the one against misconduct. Court seizes the land linked to Goodluck Jonathan Estate. Now let's move away from the Punch newspaper and check out what we have on the Vanguard. But I would like to remind you again that we are live on Facebook and YouTube. It is 32 FM 949 Fenya. Drop a reaction. Let's know you're there. I will take your comment during the course of the show. On the Vanguard newspaper, MBA Alhaji Atiku Abubakar to seek the suspension of the tax laws introduced by the administration of President Bola Tinubu. Achieve federal government gets 52% of the federation revenue. Stop blaming the governors alone, coming from rather lack of political will and praying the fight against insecurity. Rabiu Kwakunso, he says. We also have this one. Court grant ex-AGF Malami bail adjourns case to January 5, 2026. Navy rescues 20 as vessel catches fire on the Calabar Channel. 10. The die in Jos Bauchi Road, multiple auto crashes. Dangerous allegations of witchcraft, diabolism, destroying communities in Igbo land. Sanwo-Olu host Jakode, Johnson, Mogaji, or Tedela families for the 2025 Eyo Festival. Now the business end. Naira appreciating 1,475 Naira per dollar in the parallel market. And that's that about that in the stories I see this morning on the Vanguard newspaper. Let's see what is the Premium Times saying this morning. We have this one saying POS operators, they are facilitating ransom payment to terrorists. Nigerian government alleges Nigerians should blame federal government more, not the state government, for insecurity. Castina Governor, he says, Abia State government restored power to 33 communities after 9 years of outage. Also the sports scene, very exciting story. Nigeria versus Tanzania live update. Super Eagles, they begin their African 2025 AF campaign with 2-1. Court issues ICPC orders for final forfeiture of Goodluck Jonathan estate land in Abuja. 10 killed in Plateau road crash. And the final one on the Premium Times. Our hospital project at UCH Ibadan remains stalled 1 year after fake approval. Now the cable newspaper this morning, we have Kabiru Turaki-led National Working Committee, the say no faction in the PDP, and they accuse INEC of bias. Fitiri pardon Adamawa State Governor Farmer sentenced to death for killing attacker in self-defense. Also, we have Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He calls for the suspension of new tax law and he asks the EFCC to probe alterations. Senate, the passes Tinubu's 58.47 trillion 2026 budget for the second reading. INEC reject Makinde-backed PDP National Working Committee and a cite pending court cases. Also, we have the House of Representatives approve Tinubu's request to extend the implementation of the 2025 capital budget to March 2026. Also, Makinde says Wike promised to hold the PDP for Tinubu ahead of 2027. That wasn't our agreement. And those are the stories that I see this morning. We'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll move on to the analysis of the stories. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. It is Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9. We'll be back shortly.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
àfi ká wá nǹkan ṣe sọ́rọ̀ àwọn nǹkan tó ń gbówó lórí yìí o. lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ a máa dín owó tá à ń san fáwọn ìkànnì mọ̀ọ́máwòrán kù. 3 crowns milk láti.
rárá o ẹ má dé bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá o.
torí kíni.
iṣẹ́ ńlá ni màmá ń ṣe àti pé 3 crowns milk máa ń ṣara àwọn màmá lóore kí wọ́n lè máa ṣàtìlẹ́yìn fẹ́ bí wa.
ìṣúra aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ làwọn màmá torí náà jẹ́ kí màmá mọ rírì ìṣúra tí wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú 3 crowns milk.
3 crowns milk ìlera àwọn màmá ayọ̀ ẹbí.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my Maggie gave to me 12 spices, suya, 11 orishi, 10 cups of my 9 for the 8 plates of ngwabi, 7 pepper soup, 6 sizzling snails, 5 fried fish, 4 cocoa bangles, 3 party jollof, 2 keys dodo, and fufu with a goosey, oh. this holiday season with Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Maggie, where my 100 naira now? Where dey? Which kind of be this now?
Soji, this one where you dey find 100 naira like say na millions. You better rest. Wetin go?
Wetin I hear you dey talk so? Na 100 naira you dey talk about like that? Money wey I fit take buy new house, come buy new motor join, and even marry Nkechi my babe for inside Glow Play Up Lottery?
Yes, so with the Glow Play Up Lottery, your life can truly change for the better. With 50 million naira up for grabs, give yourself a chance to be one of the 10 lucky winners of 1 million naira weekly, or hit the 10 million naira monthly jackpot for as low as 100 naira per play. Just dial star 400 hash, pick any number from 1 to 9 and confirm. You can play as many times as you like on any device. Terms and conditions apply.
Unlimited.
Come on!
retí rẹ̀ àsìkò idán yẹn tuntun dé o 32 FM 94.9 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Ride Rose tó ṣetán láti dẹ́rìn pẹ̀kẹ́ fayọ̀ kúnú ọkàn yìí níbi ìmọ́lẹ̀ kérésìmesì yóò ti mọ̀ tàn yànyànyàn nílùú Ìbàdàn ṣe ti ṣetán fún baba kérésìmesì ti iléeṣẹ́ 32 FM tọdún 2025 bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejìlá títí wọ ọjọ́ kẹrìnlélógún oṣù kejìlá ní Palm Small Ring Road nílùú Ìbàdàn àwọn ohun ìṣeré lóríṣiríṣi fún àwọn ọmọ yín yóò wà ní ìkàlẹ̀ ẹ tún wá gbọ́ ọjọ́ mẹ́rìnlélógún gbáko ńlá fi pé ẹ̀bùn gbà béèrè kó o jẹ̀bù kàbìtì yàtọ̀ sí ẹ̀bùn tẹ́ gbé lọlé ijó orin ìdíje ẹ̀fẹ̀ àti ìgbádùn tí kò lẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ fáwọn ọmọ yín bàbá kérésìmesì tọdún yìí yàtọ̀ jọ́ torí pé kí ni gbogbo ìgbádùn àti idán yẹn pẹ̀lú ẹgbẹ̀rún 7,000 náírà péré ni 7,000 naira bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ètò tọwọ́ bọnú àṣẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbẹ̀bù kàǹkà lọ́wọ́ bàbá kérésìmesì lórí afẹ́fẹ́ yóò mọ̀ wáyé láago 4 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 15 títí wo aago 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ aago 5 àbọ̀ sí aago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ lópin ọ̀sẹ̀ ẹ tara ṣàṣà wá máa ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì bàbá kérésìmesì fáwọn ọmọ yín ní ìkànnì 32 FM àjàkẹ́rin ilé àwọn àgbẹ̀ Cocoa House ibẹ̀ ni ẹ máa bọ̀ láti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ṣagbátẹrù tàbí fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè Sùnbọ̀ sórí 0704 017 4981 tàbí Bọ́láńlé sórí 0813 183 2421 bàbá kérésìmesì iléeṣẹ́ 32 FM tọdún 2025 idán tó jù dán lọ.
Wake up, it's choco time. Donna Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open, pour, and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Donna Choco 3 in 1, taste it, love it. Donna Choco 3 in 1, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
All across Nigeria, one truth prevails. Football is not just played on the pitch. Arguments fly, tensions shift like defenders on the pitch. And when the ball finally enters the net, that is the 12th player full attack mode. 11 players play on the pitch, but we, the fans, play from anywhere. With Betano, fans don't just watch the match, we influence the game. Register now and join the 12th player. Betano, not for persons under the age of 18. Bet responsibly.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Crema.
And when you need to have the break time.
Kivo Crema.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema.
Láti ọdún 1960 ni a ti ń kọ́lé ṣùgbọ́n tayọ àwọn ọ̀nà àti afárá a kó àwọn èròǹgbà láti sopọ̀ ní ìletò gbogbo jákèjádò.
èèyàn mi léde wá tilẹ̀ yàtọ̀ ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù so wá pọ̀.
tayọ àwọn ibùgbé a kó ìbáṣepọ̀ láàrin àwọn ẹbí ọ̀rẹ́ àti ará.
ìyá mi ìyá àgbà àti bàbá àgbà ti dé o.
tayọ àwọn ọ́fíìsì a kó ìpìlẹ̀ fún ìfìdímúlẹ̀ ibùdó agbára ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà.
àwọn kókó inú ìròyìn náà pẹ̀lú GDP.
tayọ àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ a kó àwùjọ iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ àti ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè. tayọ àwọn ibùdó ìdárayá a kó ìnífẹ̀ẹ́sí àti ìmúlòkùkúdùn orílẹ̀-èdè. pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti yín a ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ìpìlẹ̀ àná àti òní pẹ̀lú àgbájọ ọwọ́ ó dájú pé a ó ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ohun tó kàn.
Lafarge ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Washin àtayọ ilé kíkọ́ nìkan.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ga òun gbogbo ìgbà tí mo bá fi owó ránṣẹ́ tàbí gbowó wọlé fíà mo kàn máa fa oríṣiríṣi owó yọ lọ́wọ́ mi ni. Owó àláàtì, owó ìfowóránṣẹ́ àti owó lórí pé mo san bíìlì pẹ̀lú wọn kò láàánú ènìyàn rárá o. Ṣé o ti gbọ́ pé pẹ̀lú smart cash o lè fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ mìíràn san gbogbo bíìlì rẹ kó dẹ̀ tún gba àláàtì gbogbo rẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Kódà wọ́n tún máa san ìdá 15% owó èlérí fún ẹ lórí owó tí o bá fi pamọ́ lọ́dún. Ṣé lóòótọ́ àwẹ̀ fọ́nà mi? Báwo ni mo ṣe máa darapọ̀ mọ́ smart cash? Ó yá ká lọ. Kàn tẹ *939# tàbí kí o dáwọ́lóòdù áàpù smart cash lónìí kí o lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbádùn gbogbo ìdúnàdúrà rẹ láì ní owó àfikún kankan. Smart cash money matter na sense. Smart cash wà látọwọ́ ADEOLA.
Mr. Teacher, please what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, dirty uniforms and shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my Maggie gave to me 12 slices suya, 11 orishirishi, 10 of my mind, 9 for the road, 8 plates of wabi, 7 pepper soup, 6 sizzling snails, 5 fried fish, 4 cocoa bangus, 3 patty jollof, 2 is dodo, and fufu with a goosey, Have a delicious holiday season with Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together. Me and Maggie, so good together. Maggie, oh.
It's Laughter Santa!
It's Laughter Santa! It's Laughter Santa! It's Laughter Santa!
Come on!
Laughter, Laughter Santa! La 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 la!
A big thank you to all our sponsors who made this year's Laughter Santa possible. Partners like Cheetos, Beloxi, Sunch Consticks, Seaway, Dudu, Toddler's Toys Mart, Accessible Publishers, Fauzi Hotels, Vital Products, Nature's Field, Ride Ross, Hallelujah Oil. We say thank you and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
Welcome back to Break It On, paper review on 32 FM 94.9. Now we're moving on to the conversation segment to pick fish stories as a hot topic for the morning. And to help us with the analysis of those stories we're picking this morning is Mr. Austin Idumor. Good morning, Mr. Austin. Can you hear me, Mr. Austin? Yes, I wish you the same.
Good morning.
Good morning. I can hear you now. Good morning. Compliment of the season to you too. Thank you so much for joining me again this beautiful morning. All right, a lot is going on in the People's Democratic Party, and in fact, the governor of your state, he had a lot to say yesterday. I'm looking at how we can manage and merge all these stories together. So Makinde said a lot yesterday. He said a lot about Adebayo Adelabu. He said a lot about INT'L. But let's pick it from 𝐒𝐿's angle. He mentioned that while he was already making $1 million, Wike was still probably in law school, and as well, he also said Wike promised to hold the People's Democratic Party for Tinubu ahead of 2027, and he said that was in our agreement. So there was a time he had a meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and while he was seated there, Wike told the president, "I am going to hold the party, the PDP, for you ahead of 2027." He said he looked at Wike and said, "This was not our agreement." I mean, why are you saying this to the president? Hence why he said he is not going to support the president come 2027. Now, let's look at what INEC did as well. INEC actually rejected the National Working Committee backed by 𝐶èyí Mákindé and Turkey. My question to you goes thus: what is left for the People's Democratic Party, and do you think Mákindé can survive in the party?
Yeah, it will be difficult for Mákindé to survive within the party. However, he has to continue to still do his best to see what he can make of the party. The political outlook of the party is not positive at this particular point in time. INEC did not reject. INEC only cited multiple court cases because it will be sub judice for INEC until and unless the Supreme Court takes the final decision on PDP matter. It is only then INEC can be definitive about who to recognize, because there are two factions, is subject to litigation, and those that are contesting election under that platform is very dicey for them politically, because we do not know the actual time that the case will be exhausted at the level of the Supreme Court. Then on Nyesom Wike and 𝐶èyí Mákindé, of course, the center can no longer hold between them. They were all together in the G5 that supported the president for 2023 election. They were the proponent of Southern presidency, and because their party refuses to zone the ticket to the South, they had to support a Southern candidate belonging to another party, which is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This issue of Nyesom Wike, somebody else has said it before. I hope you can recollect. That person said the workings of the PDP of Nyesom Wike is to ensure at all costs that PDP do not have a presidential candidate. They said he made that statement as a condition for peace, and we were like, how come can Wike actually be able to say this? 𝐶èyí Mákindé is now coming out to say this. If you know 𝐶èyí Mákindé very well, it's not somebody that really talks so much, and I want to believe him on this particular issue because he mentioned a lot of names. How could you say, even in the open, the president is your benefactor? He accepts you a lot, giving you appointment, making sure that you are still relevant politically and what have you. Of course, you owe him support, plus or minus. That is personal. That is within your power. That is at your prerogative. But to now make an official statement, because according to 𝐶èyí Mákindé, he said the president did not ask him for that, but he was the one that volunteered that he was going to hold PDP down. So you can see the level of intensity in terms of how to destroy the PDP. So it is unfortunately so if all of this has happened behind the scene, because this fight, there must be something that orchestrated this fight. There must be something that triggered this fight. Okay. Because these guys were friends, they were all together, and now look at what they are doing to themselves. It is unfortunate. I think Wike pushed his luck too far. He did not tread softly. That is the repercussion of what is happening to him now. Okay. That is good luck to him anyway.
All right, good luck to him in his words, Mr. Austin Iduma. All right, let's check out the business scene. I think that's very important. About Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is demanding immediate halt to the new tax law, and according to him, is calling for the immediate suspension and described that change as brazen act of treason against the Nigerian people and a direct assault on our constitutional democracy. I don't think people understand this tax law that is, going to start next year. I think I was speaking with someone. I had to get something from this person. I think she's a fashion designer, very big one at that. So she mentioned to me that, I was supposed to pay part payments this year, pay part payment next year, and she emphatically told me, next year, if you're paying me that money, you have tax money to eat, because have you seen the news? Have you heard about the new tax law going on here and there? And I'm like, that's not how it's going to work. Like, I'm supposed to add, she said 20%. I'm going to have 20% next year. So I didn't understand. I'm like, what's this going on? And I've been seeing a lot about the tax law. And Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is also calling for the suspension. If you can explain to Nigerians, maybe we get to understand what this tax law coming up 2026 is all about and the implication on Nigerian economy.
Yeah, thank you. In terms of the percentage variation, there are a lot of misconceptions. People do not really understand what it means, because the content of that tax law is that it benefits small businesses, medium and small scale enterprise, and those with low income earner within the threshold of 800,000 and below. But if you go to the street of Nigeria today, a lot of people will tell you, oh, tax, we are going to pay more, we are going to do this more. I also feel that the tax education, the tax awareness is still very low. We need to really educate people. It is more or less looking like we are in a rush. Everybody is running, oh, tax is going to start in January. Oh, a lot of people will also capitalize on that to defraud people and make life more unbearable for the people economically. Having said that, Atiku Abubakar is not calling directly for the suspension of the implementation of the tax law. There was a lawmaker from Sokoto State, Alhaji Dasuki by name, is an honorable member in the House of Representatives. He was one that raised the observation that there are two versions of the tax law that is circulating in the public. And the National Assembly, for example, I think the House of Rep has set up a committee to actually probe that, because there was a version allegedly that was gazetted, and there was a version that is flying around that is going to be implemented. So a lot of people from the task team has come out to say that, oh, it is only one version that we have, but they need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Because if a law has been gazetted, it means that it is binding, it is now official, it is now a law that is consequential. But if you now have a version that is passed by the National Assembly and another version is being gazetted, that is a criminal offense. I think that is the premise on which Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is saying. Because a lot of people, apart from Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has also called for the suspension. Personally, I want to align myself with that position. If truly that there are alteration to particular two versions exist, then we have to suspend and deal with the issue. Does it mean that the lawmaker from Sokoto State is just raising a false alarm? The House of Rep will get their report by next week. Let's see how it goes. Because if we have alteration between what was passed and what is officially gazetted, it amounts to like what I order versus what I got. So it means that some people want to play game, some people want to cheat the rest of us, and those people must be meant to pay. So let us look at it very critically. Let's put politics aside. If a version that is passed into law is different from a version that is gazetted, a lot of people have to pay for it. That is a criminal offense. That law should not survive, should not even see the light of the day, in my view.
Okay, I would have loved us to analyze this story, but it is almost 7 o'clock. In fact, we have a few seconds. It's 7 o'clock. The story about, Rada came out to mention, that's the governor of Katsina State, Diko Rada. He urged Nigerians to stop blaming state governors alone for the country's worsening economic hardship. And according to them, the federal government controls about half of the nation's monthly federation, and the rest is being shared by the state and the local government. So hence why the bigger share of the blame should be directed to the federal government, as against how some analysts, how some people come out to say that we should not throw jabs at the president alone and focus more on the governors as well. But you say no, you throw more jabs at the president, of course, because they get 52% of the allocation, and so why you should blame them more. But I'd love to get a reaction when we come back, because I would not be able to get your full thought right now. It is exactly 7 o'clock on the dot. We're going on a break. When we come back, we get to wrap up the show, get a reaction, and also take some comment on Facebook. Don't go anywhere. It is Break It Down Paper Review on 32 FM 94.9.
Stay tuned to the 32 FM 94.9.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my Maggie gave to me 12 spices, 11 orishi, 10 cups of my 9 𝐿, 8 plates of nkwobi, 7 pepper soup, 6 seasoned snails, 5 fried fish, 4 cocoa bangles, 3 party jollof, 2 gigs dodo, and fufu with egusi. Have a delicious holiday season with Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together. Me and Maggie, so good together. Maggie,
Ever wish you could hit reset on that job that drains you, on the dreams you never chased, on the skills you wish you had? Imagine a fresh start. as a tech bro or babe. Now you can. Welcome to Next Gen, powered by AirTel and 3MTT. Learn digital skills, build real projects, create your own story.
The future belongs to those who imagine and build it. Visit nextgen.3mttnigeria.com to register and start your tech journey today. Next Gen Fellowship, building Nigeria's next generation of tech talents. Powered by AirTel.
Wake up, it's choco time. Dano Choco is here with a taste you love. Just open, pour, and enjoy the chocolatey ride. Dano Choco 3-in-1, ooh, taste it, love it. Dano Choco 3-in-1, ooh, I love it.
Introducing the new Dano Choco 3-in-1. It's tasty, creamy, and satisfying. Taste it, love it.
Shh! Did you hear that? Wow! It's time for Laughter Santa!
It's that magical time of the year again, and 32FM 94.9 in partnership with Ride Ross is bringing laughter, joy, and sparkle to Ibadan. Get ready for Laughter Santa 2025. On December 1st to 24th, the Palms Mall Ring Road becomes the merriest place in town. There will be games, 24 days of treasure hunt, beautiful gifts from Santa, arts and crafts, dance competitions, slides, rides, and endless fun for every child. And guess what? All the Christmas magic costs just 7,000 naira per child. And from 4:15 to 5 p.m. every weekday and 5:30 to 6 p.m. every weekend, you stand a chance to win awesome gifts on the Laughter Santa Radio Raffle. So come and make memories that jingle all the way with your little ones. Remember, Santa's laughter starts December 1st. For sponsorship and other inquiry, call Auntie Sumbo on 0913-246-1006 or Bolanle on 0810-067-2518. And to get your tickets, you can visit 32FM 94.9 at 4th floor Cocoa House, Dubai, Ibadan. Laughter Santa 2025. See you there.
Wow, mommy, today's golden morning is milky.
Mine too.
Mother of the year. Well done. But please, let's be managing the milk small now.
It's not meal. This is Golden Morn 3-in-1. It comes with milk already inside.
Milk already inside? Since when?
Get Golden Morn 3-in-1. It already has milk inside for your creamy, nutritious enjoyment. No need for milk. Just add water, stir, and enjoy. Golden Morn. Make every day golden.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepper flavor. Mini Ninja Pepper flavor. Correct. Heat.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini-Me Noodles Naija Pepper Flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini-Me Noodles Naija Pepper Flavor. Slap it like it's hot.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ó ga òun gbogbo ìgbà tí mo bá fi owó ránṣẹ́ tàbí gbowó wọlé fíá. Mo kàn máa fa oríṣiríṣi owó yọ lọ́wọ́ mi ni. Owó àláàtì, owó ìfowóránṣẹ́ àti owó lórí pé mo san bíìlì pẹ̀lú. Mo kò láàánú ènìyàn rárá o.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́ pé pẹ̀lú Smart Cash o lè fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ mìíràn, san gbogbo bíìlì rẹ kó dẹ̀ tún gbà láti gbogbo rẹ̀ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Kódà wọ́n tún máa san ìdámẹ́ẹ̀dógún owó èlérí fún ẹ lórí owó tí o bá fi pamọ́ lọ́dún.
Ṣé lóòótọ́ àwẹ̀ fọ́nà mi? Báwo ni mo ṣe máa darapọ̀ mọ́ Smart Cash?
Ó yá ká lọ. Kàn tẹ *939# tàbí kí o dáwọ́lóòdù áàpù Smart Cash lónìí kí o lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbádùn gbogbo ìdúnàdúrà rẹ láì ní owó àfikún kankan. Smart Cash, money matter na sense. Smart Cash wá látọwọ́ AirTel.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Láti ọdún 1960 ni a ti ń kọ́lé.
ṣùgbọ́n tayọ àwọn ọ̀nà àti afárá a kó àwọn èròǹgbà láti sopọ̀ ní ìletò gbogbo jákèjádò.
èèyàn mi léde wá tilẹ̀ yàtọ̀ ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù so wá pọ̀.
tayọ àwọn ibùgbé a kó ìbáṣepọ̀ láàrin àwọn ẹbí ọ̀rẹ́ àti ará.
ìyá mi ìyá àgbà àti bàbá àgbà ti dé o.
tayọ àwọn ọ́fíìsì a kó ìpìlẹ̀ fún ìfìdímúlẹ̀ ibùdó agbára ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ilẹ̀ áfíríkà.
àwọn kókó inú ìròyìn náà pẹ̀lú GDP.
tayọ àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ a kó àwùjọ iṣẹ́ ọpọlọ àti ìdàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè. tayọ àwọn ibùdó ìdárayá a kó ìnífẹ̀ẹ́sí àti ìmúlòkùkúdù orílẹ̀-èdè. pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ àwa àti yín a ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ìpìlẹ̀ àná àti òní pẹ̀lú àgbájọ ọwọ́ ó dájú pé a ó ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ àwọn ohun tó kàn. Lafarge ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Washin àtayọ ilé kíkọ́ nìkan.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my Maggie gave to me 12 spices suya, 11 orishirishi, 10 wraps of moi moi, 9 𝐿, 8 plates of ngwabi, 7 pepper soup, 6 sizzling snails, 5 fried fish, 4 cocoa bangles, 3 party jollof, 2 𝐔𝐿, and fufu with egusi. Have a delicious holiday season with Maggie. Me and Maggie, so good together. Me and Maggie, so good together.
Maggie, oh. Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
8 minutes gone past 7. We'll get your reaction at this point. What do you think about the stories making rounds? 0906 2000 949, 0906 2000 949, or 0809 7000 949, 0809 7000 949, or 0705 5000 949. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the show. We head on to our Facebook page. It is 32FM 949 Fenya, 32FM 949 Fenya. Triple reaction. But rest assured that I'll take the comment before we wrap up this morning. 0906 2000 949, 0906 2000 949. Those are the numbers to call to be a part of the show this morning. Too many stories to react on. What do you think about them? But I said I was going to get Mr. Austin's maybe 1 minute reaction to what Governor Rada said. Mr. Austin, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you, ADEOLA.
We have to make it very, very concise.
Yeah, I think it is not true that people, it is the state governors that are being blamed. The federal government takes more of the punches. Okay. In short, a lot of people focus more attention at the center. It is until recently that people are also trying to make the state governors to account because they are also getting more money than they used to get. Okay. My perception is that everyone should account. Everyone should be accountable to the people. Okay. Both local government, both state government, both federal government. Okay. Nobody should point at the figure. The truth of the matter is that a lot more is centering now than it used to be. Of course, we have issues that have to do with inflation. Things have also changed. Some governors are now doing more based on what we can see. But the truth of the matter is that in the Nigerian situation, the president gets a lot of the punches than even state government.
All right, thank you, Mr. Huston. Let's get on to the calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Good morning, sir. Good to have you. The name?
My name is Ade from UI.
All right, let's hear you shortly.
And well, on the people blaming governor, blaming federal government, sister, my take has been the fact that some people will call, some people will suggest that we should call our governor and ask them questions. My sister, I'm not a policeman. I'm not an EFCC officer. I was not the one that assisted Obasanjo to deal with the prayer and amnesia. I was the one that assisted Obasanjo to deal with SM and Folabi, Tafa Balogun, many governors that were dealt with because of corruption. Why is it that this government is now pushing Nigeria to go and be asking governors? That is to show you high level of the fact that the government at the center, if they are not corrupt, They are the one to enforce the EFCC to pick up very fraudulent government. Obasanjo just left office. It's not up to 30 years, my sister. So on PDP relationship with it, I'm very, very happy that Governor Makinde has regretted his action. I think somebody like me, I can forgive you now. You can see PDP, Wike destroy PDP for APC, and APC is now destroying Wike now by making Fubara relevant. So by the time we want to dig a hole, my brother, let's start. Let it not dig it, not too deep, because maybe we want to enter it.
All right. And you too, Mr. Ade, thank you so much for your reaction. 0906-2009. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I hope very good AI.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you too. Your name?
Yeah, this is Ndamari calling from Apacha.
All right, let's see.
I also have asking a question on the issue of this tax law. In fact, in my own office, it has generated a kind of chaos because people they are like, come January now, it's going to be a kind of paying more and receiving the same amount you've been receiving since the beginning of the 2025. And the question is that what can we Nigerians do to make Mr. President hold on onto this tax reform? Because we don't need it. Because we are not having the services of those tax equating to those tax. In where they are having tax, they have an equity, infrastructure, good road, and the like. But in Nigeria, we don't have anything here. Also, what can we do to stop the tax law? Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Elson, a question is directed to you, but we don't have time for that. Well, I'm going to probably get the final thought on that, but let me take some comments on Facebook. Mr. Faolifemi says, good morning, 32 FM family. There are a lot of drama in the Nigerian political landscape, and many will still unfold in days to come. All right, thank you. Sulaiman Sherry says, good morning and kudos to everyone. Makinde has said it all. Federal government might suppress opposition so that President Tinubu will contest without a tough opponent. All right, thank you. Tolo Pradeyemi says, good morning. I also support those seeking for the suspension of the new tax law because of the bone of contention surrounding that law. The discrepancies noted in the Gazetted, one and the one passed by National Assembly, should be looked into critically. Thank you, Mr. Tolo Kwadeyemi. Alaba Yusuf says good morning. Aroni Yaya says good morning. Rashida Taderito says good morning. Abdeboja Yusuf Oladimiji says good morning. We have Dr. Mrs. Uma Olubawa from Owerri State. She says the long-awaited Christmas is here with us, but sad that many celebrated it without Jesus Christ as a special guest of honor. All right, thank you so much. Quite unfortunate that some persons were also kidnapped in Plateau State. I mean, very unfortunate. Mr. Austin, you want to answer the question in probably 20 seconds, please?
Yeah, I think
it has to be
tax law, it's not as if it's that bad.
Okay.
What we are calling for is that we have two versions. They have to harmonize it.
All right, Mr. Austin, let's leave you there. It has to be harmonized, right? Thank you so much. We have to go. My name is ADEOLA Ibrahim. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Be very careful. Tomorrow is Christmas. Merry Christmas in advance and Happy New Year.